Hello, this is Tanisha J with My Block Tarot, where real life meets spiritual insight. Today I want to do a reading on the Mississippi land. I know we've been keeping an eye on the Nolan Well case, and we've been following up with other things that has been happening in Mississippi, of other people coming out and speaking about injustice in Mississippi. I also was doing a little bit of research of Mississippi, and I learned a lot about the history of Mississippi, not only about Emmett Till murder, Medgar Evers being assassinated in his driveway, also the volunteers who went to help with the civil rights movement by registering voters. That it was also murders there. Also, there was a grave, I believe it was a grave uncovered in Mississippi when they were researching something else, and they found a massive grave of African Americans. Then I also found out about how they would, when the slaves were free and they got their own land, how they would go pay the taxes and go underneath and take the land away and make them become sharecroppers, actually working on their own land. So my question is, what does Mississippi land want to speak? Are the secrets they would like to reveal? What is the story they would like to be told? Because yes, land speak. Yes, land is a part of the history. So what is it that they want to speak about? Okay, so let's begin here first. The first thing, it shows me Nazar. Now with those evil eye and the third eye, they want to bring in clarity. They want to bring in truth about what has really truly happened in Mississippi, the state of Mississippi. And it's like it wars off evil eye of homes and cars worn jewelry to ensure maximum protection. But they are telling us, like, we want you to open your eyes and we want you to see the actual truth and everything that has been going on in this land in Mississippi, how it affect us, how it affect the people. Whew. What else would you like to speak about the land of Mississippi? Speak to us about what you would like to reveal the truth. There is many death that has been buried in secrecy, buried in lies. There are a lot of things that has been buried and that has been going on, that has been hidden for so many years and continues to be hidden. So that goes back again with the evil eye and the third eye. They want us to see exactly what has truly been going on and be revealed. Now, with this midwife card, it's a spiritual midwife, a guide who guides us through the journey. So they definitely believe there is some spiritual warfare that has been going on in Mississippi. There has been spiritual warfare that's been going on in Mississippi, and they want us to know about that also too. And when I get this astrology card, I feel like it has been since the beginning. It's like the birth of Mississippi has been birthed in lies, has been birthed in heartache, has been birthed in untruth that has been told. So it's like, go back and see it. Go back into the beginnings of its time and see the actual stories of we want to tell. It will tell you how it began. And I did. And the land basically was within war and was fighting to make sure they kept their slaves and everything. So therefore, it definitely did show that. What else would the land of Mississippi like to speak about? What is the energies that currently surround Mississippi that they would like for the community to know about? They would like for the collective to know about. They are very spiritual. It's very spiritual. And I'm talking about the community. The community itself is spiritual. The community itself, the ancestors have many times called out. Like ring shout out is you calling out and you praising and you seeking spiritual guidance in all of the deception and deceit that has happened there. What else would the land of Mississippi like to speak about? What are the other issues? What are the other energies surrounding? What are the other? And again, we get this prayer card. Like there has been a lot of prayers, ancestral spirits that still hang around. And I want to say some of these ancestral spirits are ancestral spirits that who have been done wrong, who has was not laid to peace. Their life was not in peace. And also look at it, the water. I feel like with this water, it's speaking not only of the spiritual water, but it's speaking of the how things have been washed over, death has been washed over, how accidents has happened in the Mississippi water. And when I say accidents, I'm just putting quotation marks around it, like accidents, things that has happened that they have said this has been an accident or this is what happened. What are the other energies surrounding? It's generational. There are many families who came from Mississippi. There are generations of black families that is rooted in Mississippi, that has been a part of Mississippi. And to be honest with you, it feels like it's telling me within the generation of Mississippi, it's the black people who really truly do, who are the real true owner of Mississippi. Like they are the one who makes Mississippi what it is. Sometimes they feel like the land is jinxed. Feel like there's so many curses and bad luck that has happened on that land. And they want it to be rectified. They want it to be rectified and corrected. Are there any more energies you want to that surround the land of Mississippi? Are there any more energies you would like to speak about the land? Okay. I feel like this is instructions. Don't ask me why. I feel like it's instructions. Okay, it says cemetery etiquette. Coins left on graves serve as a symbolic payment to the spirits expressing gratitude for their assistance. Now, Blockbuster, if anybody don't know anything about Blockbuster, Blockbuster actually helps to demolish obstacles hindering progress. Now, I feel like with these two cards, and it is an instructions for the descendants. This is an instructions for the descendants to leave coins on the grave in order for protection and guidance. Yes, I do believe in ancestral veneration. Yes, I do believe in ancestral protection, and I feel like these are the ancestors speaking, saying, "This is one way that we will assist you and be able to guide you, and for spiritual guidance and protection." And to clear pathways for you. Let me see if there's any other energy surrounding Mississippi. Oh, look what card came out. Ancestral veneration came out. So that even doubles it down for me. That is an instruction for ancestral veneration to come and happen. Let's see what else. I don't know the greenery of Mississippi. I don't know if there are farms there, because it's speaking of farms, the nurture and nourish the community. Grounding in the farms. Is there anything else? Any other energies Spirit would like to speak and show about Mississippi land? Are there any other cards, any other energies you want to express and speak about Mississippi? That's a lot of cards. That's a lot of cards. Okay, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, and I'm believing. They're giving instructions. They're giving the black community, the African American community, the spiritual community instructions. The devil's shoestring for protection, wards off evil and protects against intrusion. Oh, they're saying there are other ways to bring justice. There are other ways for protection. As you fight this battle, as you are fighting these battles, they say, and when they say these battles, they're talking about the Nolan Well case and other things that are happening that a lot of us don't know about. See, these are the instructions. There, you can use divination tools also to get knowledge and find out what's going on. John the Conqueror. John the Conqueror root is to offer protection and control of various situations. The red string. Red string is rich history and diverse symbolism. It is often worn or tied around petitions for protection, faith, good luck, strength, and connection. I feel like this is your way to prosperity of I know when people think prosperity, they're like, oh, prosperity, money, money. Yes, prosperity is money. But I feel like this is your way of prosperity within the culture, your way of prosperity of protecting your family, your way of prosperity of being guided by the ancestors. Um, it feel like instructions. I feel like this reading was an instruction. Yes, they talked about the land, but they were like, hey, let me give you some instructions that can assist and guide you on your journey right now and what you're facing, and let us help guide you like the ancestors came and speak like this is what you're going to do and how you're going to do it to protect yourselves. So that is, I'm going to wrap this up with the land, and we're going to do one more quick read, and we're going to go from there. I believe. Oh, one more quick read. No, we're going to do tarot, and then after. Oh, sorry. We're going to do the tarot read, and then after that thing, we're going to do another quick read, and we're going to move on and close the questioning for Mississippi land. Okay, let's go with the tarot. What does the Mississippi land energy, what surrounds the Mississippi land energy? What are the secrets they want to tell? What do they want to clarify? What do they want us to know about the Mississippi land? What is it holding? What are the energy has it hold? The energy it has been holding and is ready to release. What is the energy it has been holding and ready to release? Speak to us about the energy surrounding Mississippi land. Okay. Okay. What is the energy surrounding the Mississippi land and the secrets that they want to be told? There has been definitely struggle. There has been many struggles back and forth. And when I usually see this card, I usually just look at this card as an argument and struggle, but it's definitely talking about the black and white community. They're very coming out and saying there has been histories and struggles within the black and white community. There has been issues that has been expressed and has been going on for the longest. So that's the very first thing that they point out. What else would you like us to know? There is no healing. There has not been any healing that has happened here in this land. And they want healing. And the land cannot be healed with the truth contorted. That's what it's trying to say. Whoa. The truth is contorted. The land cannot be healed. There are too many deceptions, lies when it comes down to black and white communities. There's not a fair treatment. There is no way that they feel that they have been treated fairly. Hold on. There's a lot. I'm going to try to get it all in. Okay. Okay. It goes with this judgment. It feels like judgment always is upon them, and it's the wrong judgment. They have always been contorted and always been lied to. Like, they have always been judgment upon them with, like, what is it called? The only word I can use, obnoxious. Like, it has been unequal, it has been unjust, it has been unfair, it has been, and it always is pressed upon them. The sword is always pending upon their back, even though when it's not even their issue is not, it wasn't they were in the cause of the issues. I feel like there's always something conjuring up on that land. Like there's always something conjuring up on that land. Always an issue, always a problem. And you never know. The waters are so murky. The water, and not to say the actual waters, like the waters are so murky, like you don't know. You never know, regardless. And justice has been a hand tied. Like you see, he has 3 hands. Like, and look at that. He has the fish from out the water. Now that goes to tell me that justice has always been tied into things that has been done that in that murky water. It has never been a clear sign of what is it called? A clear division between justice and hate. I know I was going to say the movie Thin Line Between Love and Hate, but they said it's justice and hate. That has been the line that has been drawn. That's why there has never been no justice. That's why there continues to be arguments and imbalances. That's why there continue to be deception, because no one calls the right judgment of what really is going on, because everything is contorted. Everything is trapped in. No one is able to tell their truth. No one is able to tell what really has been going on. Because again, I also want to say with the King of Swords, the King of Swords also represents the government. The King of Swords also represents those who are in a higher position to make decisions. So the decisions that has been made has always been a decision that lean more towards hate and prejudice within the community. And with this right here, I feel like they're like, yeah, hate and justice have tied a vine into each other, so that they actually built a foundation on it of how they call, of how they judge, of how they rule, and they can constantly deny it. But we can definitely always look at this, the fish. It shows. They always deny it. That is not hate. They continue to say this is justice. This is how the law works. But look at that fish. That fish is right there when they're denying it. It tells of the tale. It tells of, hold on, let's go back to that food card of the murky water. We keep seeing that fish. That fish keep appearing. So it goes to show that they're stating, you telling me that it's not hate, but there's evidence that continues to show it's hate. It's evidence continue to show that it's injustice. And so that's what the land is speaking. The land is speaking on. Is there any other messages the land would like to speak upon? Mississippi land would like to speak upon. The 4 cups. This is like, they don't even care what they give us. Like, they really don't care what they give us. They give us any excuse or whatever. They're just like, whatever. This is what you're going to get, and this is what you're going to receive. And it's with blood. There are bloods on people's hands. And again, here we come back. There's something about water in Mississippi, because I'm seeing a lot of water cards. There's a lot of situation of water. If you can hear me saying water. Again, the begging, the sacrifices of what they try to do, the sacrificing, the begging, the blood on the tree, speak to it. The heartaches, the disappointment, the losses that has happened, the arguments. Mississippi land has a lot to say. And right now, it seems like with these cards coming out, Mississippi land is crying out. It's crying out for justice. It's crying out for peace. It's crying out for things to be rightfully just at this moment in this time. Let's see, is there any more cards? Is there any more tower moment? So there may be a tower moment that may be coming up that is going to put a spotlight. Look at that light. That's going to put a spotlight on the structure. That's going to put a spotlight of why it's happening. Going to put a spotlight and reveal all the things that has been happening in Mississippi. There no longer will be, I don't think Mississippi no longer will be able to hide anything, the death, to hide the injustice, to hide anything anymore, any longer, because now it's time, because the land itself will speak. Not only the people is going to speak, the land itself is going to speak, and it will tell the true story of what truly happened. And I don't know why I say, for some reason, when I say the land itself will speak, the land is actually holding evidence. The land holds evidence. The land holds stories that if you actually go look for it, it will tell the story of some cases of what truly happened. So the land is holding stories, holding pain of others, of what truly has happened, of the burden of the people. So the burden of the people and everything. Is there anything, other messages about the Mississippi land? What is the energy surrounding the Mississippi land? Are there any other energies? I think the people are tired. They know they are tired of being lost. They're tired of being trapped. They're tired of being weakened. They're tired of being beaten down. And it's time for them to rise to it. So don't be surprised if you see people start protesting more. And it's not just the people actually in Mississippi, it's going to be other states. Mississippi may actually see that they will be other people coming up. There will be other states, other people standing up to Mississippi and stating Mississippi was wrong. Because the fact of the matter is, community is just not community within states. Community is community all over. When you have collective and like-minded people who are looking for the same justice, the same truth, the same valid truth of what's really happening, and they want to uncover it. So you're going to have people come. You may have people who take to marching or doing certain things, petitions, all different type of stuff. Who's going to want to uncover the truth of what truly has been going on in Mississippi. So you might end up seeing some what is it called, Father? Protests. You'll be seeing people actually challenging Mississippi because of what has happened and what has been going on. I'll wrap that up. And now let's do the last thing to do is a quick read, and we are finished. So let's see. Give us the quick read of Mississippi land. What is the quick read of Mississippi land that needs to be known? What is it that the spirit guides, the ancestral land is speaking of? What is it that they are speaking of and they want to talk? What is the earth of the Mississippi wanting to say to us collectively? What do they want us to know? Dismembered. Assassination. Water. See, I keep seeing something about water. I'm not sure about this water. I don't know if there were a lot of things that happened in the water in Mississippi, a lot of crimes or whatever. But I feel like the land is speaking of all the things that has happened in Mississippi, and they want truth and they want it to be brought forth. I don't know why I feel like I'm seeing a stamp, like someone stamping something, and it's like overdue truth. It's like it's time for the overdue truth of everything that has happened. Not the story you told us, but the true story that is there. The true story. Let's see. Hold on. That's a lot of cards. Can you break down some cards to me? What is the stories? What is the truth? What is the guidance that is wanting to think? The spirit is trying to guide us to the stories of Mississippi. What does Mississippi want to say? What does Mississippi want us to know? The land of Mississippi. What does the land of Mississippi want to speak? What is the story they want us to tell? What is the guidance? I want to put this here because for some reason it's like homicide and accident came out together. And I think what they're trying to say is that the things that they call accident, it truly was a homicide, and they want them to tell the truth about what each case truly was. Because I don't think there are some there are some things that has not been told truthfully. So what is it else do you want? The land of Mississippi. The land of Mississippi, tell your secrets. Tell what the current energy is. Tell what really needs to be known. How so the people will know what to look for, what to fight for. Speak. Let's see. Wait. The abuse and the neglect. The abuse and the neglect that has happened around Mississippi. And when it comes to the abuse, the neglect, the accomplice, justice. Ooh, clean up the traditions that has been going on, that has kept our people trapped, the drugs and the poison that has been taken, the burning, the devil, you and devil time, the lies, the mind control. Ooh. Is there anything else that needs to be said? Any other messages that the land of Mississippi would like to speak? And this right here, the fire, I don't know. Possibly Mississippi used to have a whole lot of fires and burning that used to go on. The death. They want you to answer for the death. And they're not saying death. They're saying wrongful death. They say answer to the wrongful death that has been going on. Because people have been killed for less. That's what they're saying. Are there any other messages the land of Mississippi would like to speak about? Are there any other messages and guides? Out the life insurance. With that life insurance coming, I can't talk. With the life insurance coming in, I feel like that's a family card of how the families have been affected. And also, is there a way that you can collect life insurance? Is there a way you collect life insurance when it comes to crimes and everything? And if you, I don't know why I'm seeing paperwork. Like if you fill the paperwork out a certain way, there is some type of life insurance or money. Could it be? I could be wrong, y'all. Like I said, these are alleged. These are not facts. These are just us having conversations with spirit and things that are being talked about. That's crazy. Okay, I think I'm going to wrap it up right now. I don't feel like any more cards is coming out. And I think they have said what they needed to say. The land of Mississippi has spoken. And they want us to know that there are actually surveillance of the crimes that has happened. There's actually surveillance of the crime that has happened, and that I don't know if it has been destroyed or anything, but there's always someone watching, and there are things that are known. And sometimes that surveillance I can't talk. Sometimes that surveillance camera makes me think like there's always someone who knows the story. It can't always be hidden. It will not always be hidden. Things will come to surface so the truth can reign and the truth can be provided. Okay, I will end the reading on that. And I thank you so much for listening. I thank you so much for lending your ear. Until next time, have a good one. Thank you.